Welcome back to Thailand ChitChat. I hope you had a great new year and Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. So a happy 2024 to you all. Today we've got the Hua Hin report. Let's just get back to normal. If you haven't subscribed, please share. Please pass comments. We've had lots of comments on our past video about the Thai tax situation as of January 1st. We'll be bringing an update on that in a few moments and over the weeks. So we'll go down to Richard. So how's things down in in Hua Hin, Richard?
Well, fine and sunny, actually, Andrew. So, yeah, it's good. We've had a really good new year. We took our family down. We didn't go to a hotel. We just went and walked on the beach at midnight. And from the beach, the tide was right out. So it was great. There were loads of people and we could see fireworks coming up from most of the major hotels all the way along the beach. It looked amazing. It was good.
Yeah, I must admit, for me, I was a bit of a bore. We just stayed at home. And we watched the fireworks on the telly, and that was really it. I just didn't fancy the crowds. But I mean, this is Bangkok.
Yeah.
I'm in Bangkok, so it's just a nightmare. It's just shoulder to shoulder. So we just decided to stay in and just celebrated the next day, and that was it. On the first day, January 1st.
Well, there you are. Well, that can't be bad. That's good. And I think the hotels down here were extremely busy over the holiday period. Many had recorded 90 to 100% occupancy.
Wow.
During the holiday period, which is fantastic.
And what about restaurants? It was just everything packed. It was really, really busy.
It was very busy. I think so. Yeah. I think a lot of people were down from Bangkok and other places. There were also a lot of people from up country, north and south. We're visiting family here. So, yeah, it was really good. There was a good feel and a good vibe, as they say, and lots of people just about everywhere. And I think people were breathing a bit of a relief that at last they had a bit of business, and are able to keep going now, hopefully.
Yeah, so I mean, basically for Bangkok, it's the best time to be in Bangkok when everybody else has left Bangkok. So my family went to museums, did canal trips, did a whole lot of stuff, and just got around. Yesterday I was out just driving around on Monday, and really the roads are an absolute disaster now. Back to normal. It took for 1.5 kilometers from Fortune and Ratchtapisek down to Sukhumvit. Took me 1.5 hours.
Yeah. It's like the old days, 20 years ago. Terrible.
It's just a disaster. Anyway, let's go to happier things. What's happening down in Hua Hin?
Well, it's been an interesting couple of weeks, really. With the radio station here, we have been broadcasting every week from the Marriott, once a week from their cafe, for the past 7 years.
Wow.
And which is amazing. That's just been 7 years up until a lot of locals came in for a talk about whatever they've been up to. And that contract just finished because they have a new GM.
Right.
And we've now moved from the Marriott to the Standard Hotel, which is where I am at the moment. I'm in my new office, as you can see, and we have a nice view just over here.
Lovely.
Not bad. So, it's a beautiful place. So the Standard is our new home for our weekly radio show, which is now on a Wednesday morning with Andy. And I just come down here and pull faces at him and make sure everything is okay. So that's been a bit of a change. Last time we talked, did I mention that I had met with Edwin Week at the Wildlife Friends Foundation?
Yes.
And they had 15 tigers from up north to their sanctuary. Well, I gather they've all been recovering and taking to the new surroundings extremely well, which is extremely encouraging because 2 of them were severely malnourished and they weren't sure whether they would pull through, but it looks like they're on the mend. Anyway, we're going to catch up. I'm going to catch up with Edwin again over the next couple of weeks, and I'll do another report with him and come back to you next time we talk about the progress there. But he's doing an amazing job. and I was really pleased to be able to go over there and see them.
Will these tigers be released back into the wild, or are they sort of been more sort of domesticated?
Well, they've been locked. Most of the tigers are around 20 years old and had spent their entire 20 years in a concrete cage up in the northeast. Now, some had been bred and sold, but others had been there for 20 years. So it was basically a tiger farm, a breeding farm up in the northeast, which was raided and subsequently closed, I gather.
Right.
Whether they're going to be released into the wild, I don't know. I think it depends on the state of their recovery.
Sure.
But they're certainly safe and in open area. They're in an open area and protected area of the Wildlife Friends Foundation Sanctuary.
Right.
So I'm going to go back up, and I'm looking forward to doing some radio shows up there and do some more video up there over the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Lovely. Great. Okay.
What else? I don't know about things that have been going on too much. I mean, I think everyone's just been celebrating. There's been a bit of a warning in terms of the Zika virus, which seems to have been quite prevalent over the last 2 or 3 weeks. 30 confirmed cases recently. The local health authority, also Be Well, have advised caution, and certainly around the Prachov-Kirakan area, and suggesting that women who are pregnant should get tested for the Zika virus. Obviously, it's a mosquito spread infection, a little bit similar to dengue in some respects, but this is a little more serious if you get infected with it. So Zika and obviously dengue, is obviously prevalent and should be checked if you think you've been bitten badly. That's some good health advice. I was reading Hua Hin today. They're coming up with all kinds of things, and they had an interesting article saying the local Prachov-Kirakan police are getting hands-on training with firearms, hopefully not locally here, but a little bit further south. But I think they've been having professional training, is what they're saying, dealing with firearms, so that's been going ahead. A couple of things taking place soon. The Hua Hin Heroes, which we've mentioned before, it's a local foundation set up by Comploy, and she runs a wine company, and Henrik, who runs the spine clinic, and a couple of others. They set up Hua Hin Heroes, and they've got a charity golf challenge taking place at Banin on the 3rd of February. I think they're looking for participants still. And obviously, there's the golf plus a dinner, and, funds raised go towards local schools in particular, which is a great cause. We had them on the radio show this morning, talking with Andy, and we'll be broadcasting from there on the golf day on the 3rd of Feb. So details about that on the Surf Radio Facebook page, and you can also Google Hua Hin Heroes, because they're quite good people there. Not much else to report. I think the only other major event, huge event, is going to be the tennis at the Arena Hua Hin, flying in tennis stars from all over for a full week of professional tennis at the courts just across town. Again, we're involved with the radio station there. We'll be broadcasting from there during that week.
There seems to be things picking up again. Between Pattaya and yourself, and of course Bangkok, there's things going on. There seems to be new events all the time. But one story that actually I saw was about the Grab driver, motorcycle guy. So a foreigner was in an accident with a truck, and it was suspected that he was dead. Yeah? And this Grab motorcycle taxi guy got off his bike, went across to assist, and did CPR. Yeah. I was just surprised that he knew how to do CPR, full stop, which is great. And he managed to keep the guy alive, until such time the ambulance came. And from what I understand, the foreigner still survived. Yeah?
There's a lot of training going on locally with regard to CPR. And it is fantastic that motorcycle rider was able to to assist on this case. But there's a local foundation connected with Hua Hin Hospital that has been teaching CPR to over 4,000 school children over the past year. So it's a terrific ongoing project. So, it's excellent. And I also went to a small education center. I can't remember the name of it, but it's down next to the skateboarding park. They were doing CPR there and showing children CPR in the class. And it was a practical, experience and practical classes. And that's taking place in many schools. So that's a very positive move.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of jokes that can come from the CPR side. Is it CPR? Is it not CPR? But we won't go into them. That was my excuse, they said.
That's not right now. But, there is a series of, there's a procedure that they all follow, to make sure that that the CPR is carried out correctly, and also to try and attract attention around you to seek help during a crisis like that, and to be able to offer, obviously life-saving assistance.
I think it's fantastic.
And I think that is just amazing.
Yeah, well, hopefully this guy gets an award. Because you find today, even people are very, very reticent to get involved in anything, in case they hurt.
Sure.
And in fact, many years ago, as foreigners here, we were advised in any circumstances, don't get involved. That's what we were always told. But it's great to see that, people will go along to assist people, because, I think it's a how can I say, for want of a better phrase, a dying situation. Where people actually go out to assist out of fear, purely out of fear, not about badness.
If you've received professional training and you can assist somebody, then terrific, fantastic. Yeah. And that seems to be pulling off. On a slightly different note, we were saying there are lots of events taking place. Another one coming shortly is, they call it the Amazing Muay Thai World Festival 2024. That's going to be taking place February 4th to the 6th. And that'll be at the Raja Bhakti Park, which everybody knows as the Nine Kings Park. So that's Muay Thai, a big festival taking place during the first week of next month. It'll be a major thing.
That'd be very interesting to go to. I went to my first Muay Thai, professional Muay Thai event in Bangkok with some family when they were over, and I must admit I was very impressed. You'd seen all the stuff in Pattaya, etc., over the years where they would do all the amateur stuff, but the professional stuff, very, very well organised.
As I was sort of saying, there's the golf tournament, Banyan Properties. You know Banyan Golf Course?
Yes.
They've decided to confuse the world and change the names of their properties from Banyan to Belvedere Estates and Terra Villa Village. So they're changing the name, and they're going to be changing the name of the golf course from next month, I gather. We'll keep that name a secret and let you know what it is next time.
Okay. Thanks very much for that. If there's nothing else to talk about, we'll just leave it there.
Really, not much. It's just beautiful weather. We're seeing more tourists come back, and the place is coming to life. There are more little coffee places and restaurants opening, and some close to the beach. And the weather is just magnificent. I think the only other thing that is a bit of a problem now, and that's the increased amount of pollution, which obviously has been very noticeable in Bangkok, but also up to the sort of mid-levels here in Hua Hin, around about 100. So it's a little bit risky here. And the air quality index seems to be fluctuating around the 100, 110 area most days, which is not too good. And it does appear a little bit hazy. But other than that, I think we're done and life is good.
That's great. Thank you very much, Richard. As ever, great to see you. Happy New Year to you and your family. And we'll speak within the next week or so. All the best. Thank you very much.
Excellent, Andrew.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you. It's been enjoyable.
See you later.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the show. Any comments or anything you want us to discuss, just let us know. More shows coming up. And again, a happy 2024 to you all. Bye-bye.